What's up, guys? My name is Sammy Forson, host of the Weekend City Show and Ignition right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Well, anytime you happen to be busy and you miss out on your favorite shows right here on Joy FM, here's what you can do. Log on to myjoyonline.com/podcast. Just go on there and you'll find all your shows on demand 24/7. There you can catch up. Remember, Joy FM remains your radio for discerning listeners.
We're live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. On to our first story. The People's National Convention has been rocked with confusion as Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the party, Balame Kankam, disrupted an ongoing press conference to explain why the party's General Secretary had been suspended. According to Adum TV's Kojo Mensah Abrampa, it took the intervention of the police to restore calm.
All right, you continue. When we finish, Janet is coming. She's also coming to also deliver.
She's not coming here. She won't come here.
Simple. She's coming right now. So
She will not come here. The police are wasting time.
No, it's in one week.
Intimidation, we are all above it. Nobody can intimidate single person there. We are all human beings. We are Ghanaians, fully Ghanaians. You can't come to intimidate a leadership here. What sort of life is that? Are you bigger than all of them sitting there?
It's not
What sort of disrespect is that?
How can I be quiet? Why are you?
And those were some chaotic scenes at the PNC event. We'll now engage my colleague, Faustina Safo, who will be bringing us up to speed on the situation. But let's move to another presser now being organized by the CPP, and my colleague Faustina Safo is there. She joins us live with more. So from one of these pressers to another, but this time the CPP. What can you tell us, Fausti? What issues are being addressed at the CPP event?
Thank you, Benjamin. Currently, what the CPP is demanding is that they've actually given government a 3-week ultimatum to refund monies collected from eligible Ghanaians who had to purchase application forms to be considered for any kind of job in state-owned agencies. Now, it comes as some of the state-owned agencies, especially the security service, have started mass recruitment of staff. For the past 3 weeks, they have given the announcement. And for people who wish to apply for some of these services, like the Ghana Police Service, you would have to purchase a form at 100 Ghana cedis. And the party is saying that is preposterous. They are saying that government is encouraging corruption by extorting monies from the youth. They say even with private-owned agencies, you are not required to purchase a form to apply for a job. And that's what the party is demanding. They've given government up to the 21st of September to refund these monies to the youth, else they say they'll hit the streets and also they'll drag government to court. They're also demanding that government account for monies taken in the past. So for every other process they have had in the past where some of these Ghanaians would have to purchase a form, what did you do with the money? That's what's happening currently at the CPP headquarters. Dan.
And so those are some of the details there from the CPP headquarters as this development unfolds. And we shall continue to bring you up to speed on the latest developments from there. Faustina Safo, my colleague, actually connecting. Faustina, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed on that development. We shall go back to the PNC and National Chairman and other party executives have been meeting, and we saw the chaotic scenes there. Kojo Mensah Abrampa joins us now with updates on what exactly happened there. Kojo, if you can hear me, what is it exactly that ensued? We've seen the scenes, but what more can you report on this happening as the PNC met? We shall get back to Kojo to bring us up to speed on that development. But political scientist at the University of Ghana, Kwame Asasante, says the ruling party must exercise a reflective and sober posturing towards the CDD report. Speaking on the AM show, Kwame Asasante said the CDD's report must be seen by government as a useful piece of information provided free of charge.
There is a provision that says that development must be widespread, must cover every nook and cranny of this country. So when people feel that they have been left out in terms of development, you see them coming up to express themselves in terms of voting. Because let us remember that the ordinary man who sells in the street has no power apart from the power to change people who lead the affairs in the state. And for me, that is why you are seeing the kind of reaction that you are seeing, that people are tying performance to this thing and punishing them alongside with the president and his party. The other bit is that, look, MPs and, civil society and all that, we have failed to educate the masses about the role of an MP. That the MP goes to parliament to make laws. We know that occasionally they have to go to their constituencies to hold ABBA and then educate their people about government policies and programs, and also take from them their concerns and present them in parliament for onward presentation to government for redress. It is a good call for the ruling party to make use of this information, very useful information, which they are getting free of charge. As CDD, they spend a lot of money in producing this, but they are giving it free of charge to government. Government must be sober, look at them, reflect on them, and incorporate them into the work that the government is doing. Let us also know that, we are happy that the government has just started. So it is not a worst case scenario. If they sit down and look at them carefully and plan with them, I'm sure they should be able to deliver the public good.
Let's talk about the COVID vaccination drive now, and health authorities are unhappy at the slow pace of the ongoing ASTRAZENECA vaccination exercise in the Ashanti region. Though the region has been allocated 70,300 doses of the vaccine, few residents are taking advantage of the exercise in the region. Ohiming Teria of our health desk reports public enthusiasm has waned as health officials actually enforce public participation.
I think it's got off to a slow start, but we are hoping that the attendance would improve. Yesterday, we didn't start in the morning, but we still managed to send the teams out to do some work. So we had about 78 people coming for vaccination. We are hoping today to pick up, since all the teams started in the morning. So we are hoping that the number will pick up today.
So how many centers are we looking at, and what is the target for Oforokrom?
We are looking at about 8 centers, and our target is 3,415 people to be vaccinated. And this is divided into 2 groups. There's an allowance made for a slot for healthcare workers. They were part of the first group, and then the general public. Okay. So we have 2 groups of people.
In terms of the public enthusiasm, can this compare, can this match to what we had for the Johnson & Johnson exercise?
Well, I would say no. But like I said, we are hoping that it will pick up. This one is a bit restricted because we are looking at those who are coming for their second dose. So we are appealing to them that the vaccines are in, they should come and get vaccinated.
Let's talk about Oforokrom municipality. It's one of the hotspots in the Ashanti region. In terms of the vaccine, how many people within this catchment area, have access to vaccine or have vaccinated?
It depends on the period of the vaccination. So, for example, the Johnson & Johnson, we did about 10,700 thereabout, 10,600 to 10,700. This one is a bit restricted, like I said, so we are looking about 3,415 people. But obviously, because the Janssen vaccine was a single dose, a single shot, the patronage was more, the enthusiasm was more. But it's not all the vaccines that are single shots. So we are appealing, like I said, we are appealing once again to those who have been slated for this exercise to come for their vaccinations. New consignments are going to come, and we believe that the other people will be vaccinated. I know a lot of people have not had a vaccine at all, and they are looking forward to it. So they can rest assured that by the efforts of the government, you're going to get more vaccines into the system, and then they also have their 10.
Is this one of the possible ways to bring down the COVID-19 fatalities and then the numbers within this municipality?
Yes, obviously, because the vaccine also boosts the immune system of the person to fight against the disease in case even you encounter it. But of course, like we said, we have always been saying, if you get the vaccine, doesn't mean you should take off the nose mask or not adhere to the other protocols. We still have to continue adhering to the other all the protocols that have been prescribed for us.
What are the numbers in terms of the COVID cases in your municipality?
As at the last count, we've registered cumulatively about 2,413 thereabout. Yes, but the reports keep on coming, so obviously the number as of now may be more than that. But that's a cumulative figure since the start of the infection.
Are you not concerned that your municipality is part of, or it's one of the hotspots as far as COVID-19 infections are concerned in the Ashanti region?
Obviously, we are concerned. We are concerned. That's why we are linking up with all our stakeholders to ensure that the message goes around, especially about adhering to the protocols and also making the public making themselves available for the vaccine whenever the opportunity comes up, so that they should also go in for the vaccine, but at the same time, they should adhere to the protocols.
Fatalities and figures in your municipality?
We are concerned, obviously, because one, it puts a strain on the resources of the facility. Some have to, the normal resources that have been used for the normal work, some will have to be diverted into taking care of COVID-19 cases, and at the same time, time of staff to attend to other outreach services. Sometimes because of, for example, this vaccination and maybe when other centers, staff has to be pulled from other units to come and work. So it may deplete the working population. And then at the same time, when your mortalities are going up, obviously as a health person, economy-wise too, it doesn't help the economy. We need the people to be working and also everybody making their input into the improvement in the economy. So I think that it's obviously a worry for us if cases are going up, because one, the sick person himself may not be able to go to work. Two, the one who is admitted, the family also suffers in one way or the other.
Let's take a step back now and return to the PNC headquarters where we saw those chaotic scenes. Kojo Abrampa joins me now. Kojo, what exactly is it that led to this melee at the PNC's headquarters, and has it been resolved as of now?
Okay, so we speak now. Police are still coming down to prison at PNC headquarters here at Ababana Junction. The party leadership organized a press conference on the team suspension of the General Secretary, Bennett Nabila, over gross misconduct, insubordination, and incompetence. Whilst the address was ongoing, Greater given as Bala Mai Kankan entered the podium, entered the room, and then he started interrupting the press conference.
So we're losing you briefly. I'll be glad if you could actually start all over again with the report that you're giving. We lost you momentarily, so
okay,
please.
So can you hear me now?
Better now. Please go over it.
Okay, so the PNC, leadership of PNC, led by the national chairman, Daniba, and then the 2020 presidential candidate, David Akasala, held a press conference on the suspension of Nabila. They accused him of not coordination and so the address was ongoing. The Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the party, whose name is given as Balama Kankan, entered and then started interrupting the press conference. So as the speaker reads out the allegations upon which the general secretary has been suspended, then the National Regional Chairman will be responding to it one after the other. So he took intervention of the interview and tried to come straighten down and pull him out of the room so that the press conference can continue. It took them about 10 minutes to 15 minutes for him to agree with the police that he will get from the room. So then after the place was locked so that nobody can enter and then cause any action. But while the press conference was ongoing, Janet Nabila and her crew, her team also came, entered the premise PNC, and it took the intervention of the police to stop them from, unlocking the room to enter. So as we speak now, they are here. Police is trying as much as possible to calm the situation down. The press conference is over now, but Janet Nabila is threatening to organize a press conference in the same room as party is denying her access.
So Nabila is the General Secretary, if I am correct?
Yes, Nabila is the General Secretary.
Right. Well, thank you, Kojo, for bringing us the scoop on that. Just to rehash what was shared, if you know of the PNC's national headquarters around Abavana Junction, that is where all of this is going down. And apparently some unruly behavior of the General Secretary is being, deliberated upon by the PNC's leadership. The Greater Accra Regional Chairperson of the party came in there, and there were some maybe exchanges of fisticuffs, some unpleasant scenes. It has been calmed down. The police is still working at that, and the office has been closed down. Well, let's move on to our next story. A national efforts to retain girls in school seems to be getting results. Often, teenage girls impregnated shy away from returning to the classroom for fear of stigmatization. The problem has affected girl education in Ghana in general. In the latest GES report, about 694 girls in the Upper West region, though pregnant, have returned to the classroom to continue with their education. Rafiq Salam has more.
Chilling account of a single night stand of 17-year-old junior high school one student that made her to drop out of school.
He wasn't even my boyfriend. He forced me, and that was my first time too. So we tried our best, but she did not accept it. So by now, I'm staying in my father's house, and he's taking good care of me. Everything that I need, he will give it to me. So by now, God willing, next month, maybe either I can deliver or not, by the grace of God.
Ever since she became pregnant 8 months ago, her father has been on the heels on the man to own up the pregnancy and take full responsibility, but he wouldn't budge.
4 months pregnant before I was in the school, but when I got 5 months pregnant, then I left the school. So I came back and I sit at home. Now it's 8 months now. I left school. So the boy that I had him gets pregnant, he told me that he's not the one. So finally my father accepted, and he's helping me to buy everything that I will need for the hospital and the baby's things and everything that we need for the pregnancy now.
Another is a 17-year-old who dropped out of school at junior high school too.
The first time I was in a Form 2 and I got the pregnant. So my parents didn't have money to take care of me, and I got pregnant with one man. So I didn't go to school again.
The duo is part of 100 girls from Isa, Fiang, Bure, and Wogu who dropped out of school. With support from Life Again, a non-governmental organization, they are ready to be back at school, though with more responsibilities. The Upper West Region's Directorate of the Ghana Education Service pegged the number of girls who returned to school pregnant at nearly 700. Juxtaposing figures from the Ghana Health Service Chief Executive Officer of Life Again, Saudoto Mohammed, kept the numbers in the region higher than the one reported by the Ghana Education Service.
Last year, COVID hit us, and we saw that a lot of girls became pregnant. According to statistics, we have about 110,000 girls between the ages of 10 to 19 years who became pregnant, and most of these girls dropped out of school. In the Upper West region here, we have close to 4,000 girls, and for me, I believe this is even a reduced figure, because these are figures, or these are girls who have visited the facilities, health facilities, and they got recorded by the Ghana Health Service. There are lots of girls in the rural areas who are pregnant or who have given birth within this period, but were not visiting the centers, so they were not recorded.
Her outfit launched a campaign in March this year to support teen mothers with skills training to enable them generate income to take care of themselves and those who wish to go back to school. 100 teen mothers benefited from the program, 20 of whom are being supported to go back to school.
We are all about ensuring that these girls are empowered. And also, we have a number of girls who say they want to go back to school even after giving birth. And we are giving them scholarship, comprehensive scholarship to get back to school. And we have items, we're going to give them school materials to help them to get back to school and stay in school. So it's not a one-time support. Every year we will come and support these girls to stay in school.
The beneficiary teen mothers who signed a contract not to be pregnant again during their period at school expressed joy for the support and pledged not to disappoint them. For now, the teen mothers have gotten their dreams of getting back to school on track, but they carry an extra burden of irresponsible men they swore not to forgive. Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam, Fiang.
Tied to that very development, the Executive Director of Child Rights International, Brighter Pia, has described the development as good and bad, but to suggest ways to provide support systems for the impregnated girls in school. He spoke on Newsdesk.
In all things, we do not expect that children will get pregnant at that age. And then also in terms of the complication that comes with their delivery, and then also providing social services after delivery, it's not something that children can handle and do not even have the strength and then the mindset to be able to do that. So on that side, it's a bad thing. The good side is that they are also realizing that teenage pregnancy is not going to be an impediment in them having access to education. And for me, it is something that we need to applaud. Whilst we deal with the issue of prevention, then those who enter the social safety net, there's a way that we have to treat them. But if they themselves are realizing that they also need to take up certain responsibilities irrespective of the situation that they find themselves in, they still need to access education, and they are ready to do that. I think that we need to applaud that. So that is how I would assess in terms of the good and the bad. The support systems be in a way that it will first of all encourage them to recognize their right to education, and then also the kind of support system that will deal with health issues. For instance, if you find a teen girl pregnant, what is the health policy that would address their needs in terms of having access to healthcare so that they can make them live safely? It is a step that I believe that when we are able to do it, it would also build confidence level of people to have trust in our health system. But the most important supporting system that we need to build is how we provide services after delivery. In this case, the social services system might be very active in responding to the needs of these children so that their parent would also have access to, will have the time to access education, because at that age we expect that they will still have access to education. So our social safety net must be built in such a way that after delivery, what do we do for them to have access to education? It is good that NGOs like us are providing support for these people. But the question to ask is that how consistent can we be in providing those support? So if you have a strong system and a supporting system where all things be monitored so that we build up in terms of the support that we give them. That would be grateful.
Let's tell you a bit now about the classroom project for pupils of the Breman Jamra Catholic School. Memories of the 6 pupils killed after their school block collapsed on them are still fresh in their minds. Their fear is that their current school block, which is even weaker compared to the collapsed Methodist school, could crash on them any day.
I'm with Ata. We came to spend holidays at Eshoko, and I heard the building have killed children at Methodist school. It was very bad because the future leaders are gone.
Did you know the building that collapsed? Did you see it before it collapsed?
Yes.
Did you ever go to the Methodist school?
Yes.
You went there and you saw that building. So when you compare that building and the one that you are studying in, what's the similarities or difference?
This is better than the one that collapsed. We are lucky that it hasn't collapsed. We thank God for that. And that building was disgusting, but this is disgusting.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel very bad because if the building collapsed, I did not know how it would kill us, but I pray to God nothing will happen like that.
My name is Esther Ekuma. I'm 15 years. I wanted to school here because of the building. And when I was at Accra, I heard that Methodist school, school building has collapsed. So I don't wanted to stay here at all because of the building. So I wanted to go to Esuma. But my mother was coming here, so I have to come with her. The class is heat. Desks are small. The desks are small, the classroom is small, everything is...
The issue that happened in West Methodist School, and you look at this building and see that it looks like the same thing.
I always look west than even theirs. I always look west cry. So you have to help us.
When you say yours looks west, what do you mean?
I mean, it's like I always have crackers, potholes inside, many things. That's the wooden are like weak, something weak. So ours are worse than theirs. Ours are old than theirs and something like that.
So how does that make you feel?
We all, not only I, we all feel afraid. We all feel afraid inside when learning.
Well, in a bid to address this threat, Joy News, in partnership with the Star Ghana Foundation, has initiated the Classroom Project, giving you the opportunity to be a part of the campaign to provide a conducive and safe school block for 2 communities. You don't want to wait to be told the bad news while you can prevent it right now. The hashtag is Give for Change on the Classroom Project. The West African Civil Society Institute, of course, has been applauding the multimedia group for the initiative, and Head Knowledge Management and Communication Jim Chick from Munjong charged the public to embrace interventions of such nature across the country.
Is a very timely initiative and a very laudable one, and thanks to Joy News for taking up such a great initiative. And this is quite important because, you know, in a society like Ghana, there is evidence that we, the Ghanaian people, we love to give. We love to support initiatives that can help alleviate others from poverty, that can help to enhance the living condition, and why not provide access to healthcare, to education. And so the Classroom Project is really a very timely project, one that really comes to respond to a critical need. You know, you've selected 2 communities at this time, but if you look across the 16 regions of the country, I can assure you that there are many more communities with these challenges. And so it's important that we start from somewhere. All of us should join our hands to ensure that we don't only give classrooms to these 2 communities, but we should...
Now, to assist the Momo transactions should go to the number 0593 038 832. 0593 038 832. It has the name Joy FM, or to access bank account number 00901010549191. That's the Castle Road branch. Of course, you can also send to other branches of that same bank. The branch code is 009. The SWIFT code is ABNGGHAC. You may also reach us at our front desk for further inquiries on the number 0302 216 540. 0302 216 540. We take a break now for business, which is up next. Do stay.
Hello, welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. The Soil Research Institute of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research has rolled out new technologies for effective management of soil fertility for increased crop yield. The move is to support government's flagship program, Planting for Food and Jobs. There is more in this report.
CSIR Soil Research Institute has carried out a demonstration to showcase some of its fertility management strategies to increase maize yield at Biokrom in the Tano South district. The newly developed technology is geared towards improving agricultural sustainability in the country. 2 regions have benefited from the implementation of the new technology rolled out by the Soil Research Institute. Dr. Emmanuel Dugan is a research scientist at the Soil Research Institute.
We are rolling out technologies on soil fertility improvement to support the government's flagship program of Planting for Food and Job. So we invited farmers, extension agents, crops officers to come and see what we are doing to improve the soil status of the nation. We are doing this for Ahafo region. We will do for other regions.
The Institute observes inappropriate farm practices have contributed to soil fertility decline across the country. This affects the quality and quantity of farm yields.
Continuous cropping on the same piece of land, you continuously crop on that land. You are reducing the nutrient content. Actually, you are taking all the nutrients, so we call it nutrient mining. And inherently, our soils are not fertile.
The chief executive for Tano South Municipality, Collins Ofinam Techi, advised farmers to adopt the modern farming methods introduced.
In our municipality, it's purely agrarian economy, and about 65% or so people are directly or indirectly employed in the agriculture. We do produce quite large amount of vegetables, but we adopt almost the same old way of doing agriculture. There's every indication that we have to rely on science and research.
The new technology was developed by the CSIR SRI in collaboration with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and sponsored by the Government of Canada through the Modernizing Agriculture in Ghana program. Anita Sewa Ajuga's report read to you.
Other news, the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, NEIP, in collaboration with the World University Service of Canada, has launched a new business competition to empower women in technical and vocational education and training. Project Director at NEIP, Franklin Owusu-Kakare, is urging women to take advantage of the initiative, especially during this period of COVID-19 when people have lost their jobs. More in this report. TVET's business competition has been unveiled to empower women in non-traditional technical and vocational trades. The competition is a partnership between the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program and the World University Service of Canada. Here's Project Director of NEIP, Franklin Owusu-Kakare.
The Women in TVET Business Competition provides technical and financial support to women graduates, trainees, and entrepreneurs. That's startups and established businesses. So for this competition, we are looking at women who are already in the TVET sector, who are already have started something, or they are in the process of starting something. They have gone through MVTI or COVET to be able to be trained, and specifically young women between the ages of 18 to 35. So the age underlined. And we'll be providing them training. So it includes access to business development services geared towards entrepreneurship enhancement, peer support network, and startup capital for the competition winners. The focus for this phase that we are doing is for those in Accra, Tema, metropolis. Then we are looking at Kumasi. Somebody will say, is it greater Kumasi or less than Kumasi? Honestly. So we are looking at the greater Kumasi as well. And we're also looking at secondly Takrade. By 25th of September 2021, the application comes to an end. So you have to make sure that from today up to 25th September, you get your application through.
Meanwhile, Project Director for World University Service Canada, Apia Boache, says her outfit believes that technical and vocational education and training is a strong pathway towards creating opportunities and empowerment for women.
So the INVEST project is a 5-year project that has funding from Global Affairs Canada with an interest in creating sustainable pathways for young people to be able to access non-traditional skill areas. And so we are particularly interested in young women accessing male-dominated trades because that is where we see an alliance between the interest of the government but also the economic prosperity or prospect of Ghana. And so we want to align where the market gaps are and what the needs are with strong, gender-sensitive, market-relevant skills training for young women.
The competition will support 5,000 women within 5 years, both financially and through business development projects. The overall winner is expected to receive a minimum of 5,000 Canadian dollars. And that's your business update for now. More coming up on the marketplace. Up next, sports.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the sports segment with me, Ore Kuampofo. Now we start off with the Black Stars who will be in action on Friday, and the Youth and Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf says Black Stars coach Charles Akono is not owed salaries for the year 2021. About 2 weeks ago, CK Akono revealed in a press conference he has not been paid for 7 months. And the minister, who succeeded Isaac Isiama in March this year, insinuated the position of CK is untrue, insisting that he has been paid what is due him since the run of the year.
It is important for me to clear this issue. The impression should not be created as if in the last 7 months nothing has been done with the coach's salary. And I can say categorically that since I assumed office, I've paid the coach 7 months of his salary. And I have been in office just for 6 months. Yeah. Okay, I've been in office for 6 months. The true or the real fact is that before I assumed office, the coach, there was outstanding payment. So I engaged the coach and the GFA, and I said it is not acceptable to be owing our coaches when they are delivering, especially when he has taken us to AFCON. We've qualified for AFCON. So every effort that I'm going to make to ensure that at least we don't compile additional debt, I'm going to do it whilst taking steps to clear the outstanding. And that is why now the outstanding is 7 months. It's not like this year the coach have not been paid. That is not the fact of the matter. He has been cleared this month. We don't owe him anything for this year. But there was outstanding debt of which we are making effort to clear. Our payment that was made for this year, whilst we are clearing the outstanding debt.
To some more stories where President Akufo-Addo cut the sword yesterday for construction work to begin on a sporting facility for the 13th edition of the African Games scheduled for 2023. He performed the ceremony at the Botiman near Accra for the construction of a 50,000 capacity Olympic standard stadium to kickstart Ghana's preparation to host the African Games.
Hosting the 13th African Games will afford Ghana the opportunity to address capacity deficiencies by providing the relevant human resource capacity to run and manage sports in Ghana. Most importantly, this will give us state-of-the-art sporting facilities that will support the development of sports. In this regard, the Botiman structure whose construction begins today, will be equipped with the following facilities in accordance with international standards and will be capable of hosting any international competition. A 1,000-seater competition swimming pool, that is a 10-lane competition swimming pool, an 8-lane warm-up swimming pool, a 1,000-seater multi-purpose sports hall for basketball, badminton, boxing, table tennis, and weightlifting. A 500-seater temporary dome. I'm confident that Ghana will organize the best ever African Games in history.
Before we go, the 2021 summer transfer window officially closed yesterday, and Joy Sports' Asari Bidiako has been taking a look at some of the best European transfer deals done this summer.
Until last year, it seemed implausible that the world's greatest ever player will leave the club with whom he has spent his entire career. However, with FC Barcelona's finances in shambles, PSG became the de facto destination for Lionel Messi after his contract expired, mainly because the Ligue A side was the only club who could afford his wages. The pool of former teammate Neymar also made the Parisian outfit an attractive option for the Argentine, while he was also keen to work under compatriot Mauricio Pochettino. In the French capital, Messi will now head arguably the most devastating front three in football history with Neymar and Mbappe. Messi is not the only football star who has made a move. His chief rival, Cristiano Ronaldo, has returned to Manchester United after getting frustrated with life at Juventus. Ronaldo scored 118 goals in 292 games during his first spell with United between 2003 and 2009. United's rivals, Manchester City, were offered the chance to sign the 36-year-old striker and considered making a move, but the former Premier League champions pulled out of the negotiations. And it took Romelu Lukaku just 50 minutes on his second Chelsea debut to show why the club paid a record fee to re-sign him a decade after he first joined. Though his goal against Arsenal was a simple finish, his performance was domineering. He bullied Ghana's defender Pablo Mari so much that the former England defender Rio Ferdinand described it as like a sixth former playing against first years. It was an ominous sign of things to come from the big man from Belgium. Romelu Lukaku's former club, Manchester United, 50 million euros for French defender Raphael Varane. Arsenal's pursuit of Ben White caused puzzlement among some supporters. For a side with the third best defensive record in the Premier League last season, wouldn't £50 million be better spent elsewhere? But for Mikel Arteta, like many coaches in the modern game, a central defender's remit is not simply to keep the ball out of his own net, it is to move it upfield as accurately and effectively as possible. Aside from Lionel Messi, no player across Europe's top 5 leagues produced more assists than Jadon Sancho over the last 3 seasons. With speed, balance and footwork in abundance, Sancho will undoubtedly be causing all sorts of trouble for Premier League defenders this year. The world's best attacking right back by some margin, Achraf Hakimi, is already thriving at PSG, and it looks like he's developing a brilliant partnership with Kylian Mbappe, who recently referred to him as his brother in an Instagram post. And at $139 million, Jack Grealish became the most expensive English player of all time when he signed for Manchester City this summer. One of the Premier League's brightest stars over the last 2 seasons, the 25-year-old will now showcase his skills among the best players in the league, which will undoubtedly only see his own game go from strength to strength. Sergio Ramos is perhaps the most essential of the bunch for Ligue A side PSG. For all his goal-scoring prowess, his defense, especially last season after the departure of Thiago Silva, has been a huge weak point.
What a transfer window it has been, but that's all for sport here. My name is Oriku Ampofo.
Let's take a look at some showbiz news now on myjoyonline.com. And our Kelly trial, man testifies singer sexually abused him at 17. more trouble, or should I say fresh trouble, for Robert Kelly. And Stonebwoy has to update his records, Gamro CEO, on royalties. Of course, we know Stonebwoy has put forward another response to that. There is David Donto clears air on relationship with Mame Dokno. That's an interesting one you ought to check out. How about Michael B. Jordan, Viola Davis, and Lupita Nyong'o, and others paying a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, the deceased. Of course, you would remember him from Black Panther. There's also Martha Nkuma endorses playwright Lateef Abubakar's Something Must Kill a Man. I'm sure you've heard about that. And there's also this one about Tom Cruise's BMW, which has been stolen while he filmed scenes for new Mission Impossible. Well, it appears the Mission Impossible actor was not able to salvage or perform in that mission after all. There's also Nikki Samona joining Something Must Kill a Man train. And Tinsel, you would remember that series, star Victor Olautan is dead. Two more stories, and then you can check out the rest on myjoyonline.com. Echo Smith Asante urges fans to watch Lateef Abubakar's Something Must Kill a Man, and Ghanaians ignored the message of deadly voyage. That's according to David Donto. You can catch that and many more stories online on myjoyonline.com. And don't you forget to stay tuned for the rest of our programming right here on this network. My name is Benjamin Akakpo. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Do stay.